Hello, we're at the railway station in Middlesbrough. It's raining. It is just coming up to 12 o'clock on Tuesday, the 7th of October 2025, and we are here today because I'm doing a journey report on a route that you may not expect me to do a journey report on. I'm going along the Durham coastline from here to Newcastle on a northern train, but what's special about this trip is that I got it for £2 because of a sale that Northern were offering for a limited time. Similar to what TransPennine Express did back in January to February 2024, Northern were offering tickets for just £2 anywhere across their entire network and £1 for children. So I thought I'd take advantage of it. I've used one ticket already between Bishop Auckland and here, and I've made a separate journey on that for a journey video. It's already uploaded, so a link to it in the description, and please go and check it out. So I'm going to travel up the Durham coastline on a Northern Class 156 for just £2. Enjoy the video. Middlesbrough railway station is on the Tees Valley line between Bishop Auckland and Saltburn, as well as being the terminus for the Esk Valley line to Whitby and the Durham Coast line to Newcastle via Hartlepool and Sunderland. Local and regional services from this station are provided by Northern, and services through to York, Leeds and Manchester are provided by TransPennine Express. LNER also provide one train per day to London King's Cross, with hopes to increase services once a third platform here opens. Anyway, our train is now pulling in from the sidings, so it's time to get ready to board. Our train has 2 carriages and is standard class only, so I'll take this table for 4 here. And we're departing Middlesbrough Ban on time at 12:13. A few minutes pass and we are now approaching our first station stop, Thornaby. Here, we branch off from the Tees Valley line towards Stockton. We are now passing through Stockton railway station itself. Stockton was of course the terminus of the original Stockton and Darlington Railway in 1825, although not this station specifically, which opened as an extension of the Leeds Northern Railway in 1852. Oh sorry, did I forget to mention that this is actually an express service between Middlesbrough and Newcastle, which only calls at Hartlepool and Sunderland after Thornaby. This service used to run once every 2 hours, but since December 2025, it has been increased to hourly and extended to Carlisle, as well as now calling at Stockton. Now that we're out of the Stockton area, it's time to have a review of the seating area of this train. The seat is pretty firm and is based off the infamous ironing board design, but it's okay for short to medium distance journeys like this one, bearing in mind that some of the 156s have more comfortable seating. There is also a decent sized armrest which is acceptable to use. You'll also find a large and sturdy tray table on the back of the seat, but it is much smaller on the units with more comfortable seating. Legroom is also excellent, with plenty of room to stretch your legs. Ironically, and rather antagonistically, the legroom is poorer on the units with the comfortable seats. Finally, there are 2 USB charging points, as well as windows which open to provide air conditioning should you need it. We are soon arriving into Hartlepool, our next stop on the journey today. This station hasn't always had that third platform, as it was only brought back into use as recently as June 2024 in order to provide more capacity at the station. As we leave Hartlepool, we can see HMS Trincomalee, which has been turned into a museum ship and put in Hartlepool's Royal Navy Museum. The train is now travelling along the beautiful scenery of the County Durham coast, which is of course what the line is named after. Before we reach Sunderland, it's time to check out the accessible toilet at the end of the train. It has buttons to open and close the door and a switch to lock and unlock it. There is an emergency call for aid button should you need assistance. You will also find a full-length mirror on the wall. There is also a baby changing table and a hinged handrail which you have to pull up slightly to lower it. Finally, you've got all the features of a standard toilet like soap, water and a hand dryer, which admittedly does take a few seconds to get started and is a little weak. However, all in all, everything was in good working order. There are also tissues available should you want to use those instead of the hand dryer. We are now pulling into our final stop before Newcastle, which is Sunderland. You can change at Sunderland for the Tyne and Wear Metro to more local stations around the area, as well as out to Newcastle Airport. Immediately after emerging from the tunnel, we crossed the River Wear over the Monk-Wearmouth Railway Bridge, which is right next to the Wearmouth Bridge, carrying the A183 and the A1018 roads. Now, half of the metro stations between Sunderland and Pelaw were converted from national rail stations, and the other half were built from scratch. St Peter's here is an example of the latter half. Just after St Peter's is the old Monk-Wearmouth station, which was operational until 1967 and has since been turned into a museum. We are now passing through Heworth, where local northern services stop to provide interchange to the metro, as well as local bus services serving the Gateshead area. We briefly stopped on the Tyne Bridge just outside of Newcastle to wait for a platform to become available. And very soon, we're pulling into Newcastle Station. Okay guys, that will conclude my journey on a northern service between Middlesbrough and Newcastle for just £2. It's a very nice journey up. Nice to see the coastline, and to see Sunderland and Hartlepool and the metro. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you all very, very, very soon. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. Cheerio, bye.